Hello everyone, welcome to Full Circle Trader. I hope you all have enjoyed a lot with your friends and family on Diwali. I'm sure many of you must be still on the same festive mood, and I think this is gonna be there for next 2 to 3 days. I'm really interested to know that if you have taken any trades on the Muhurat day, the Muhurat trading day, and if you have made the money or not. So please, tell us, share your feedback, share your trades if you have taken any. I'm really interested to know about that. So I think it's just few seconds that we are into the session. I think we should or we can wait for a couple of more seconds for others to join in. So just give me a few seconds and I'll be starting soon. Okay, so I think we can start now. Let others join in. So very interesting day today. Prices have gapped up and then they came back down, and we have an entire body of the red candle, which means that the selling was there. There was some intermittent buying we can see on the charts, and I'll tell you few important things on the 2 minute chart that I have noticed today, which I think will definitely gonna increase your knowledge about how to read the price action. We'll see that quickly, but before that, let me just tell you that what all things have happened. Tomorrow, as we know, is a holiday, and we don't have trading session tomorrow. So this analysis that I'm going to do today is for the 27th of October, day after tomorrow. So we have a very strong selling day today, and it was pretty much there on the cards because prices are near to this resistance area on the daily chart. We have seen a good rally here. We have seen a rally, then prices pull back, and then a very extended rally which made the prices reach next to this resistance area. But there are other very couple of interesting things which are happening on Nifty, and I'll relate it, and I'll show you the examples when I'll show you the Nifty futures chart on trading view. So on the 60-minute, prices have kind of pulled back, and they are now on the rising 20 MA, and I think tomorrow we might see maybe a gap up opening, or prices open and started to move above because of this rising 20 MA, unless there is a gap down. And in my opinion, the chances for the gap down doesn't look that strong as of now. So on 15-minute, again, we do not have any strong support to the downside, which makes this statement very clear that prices may open, they maybe fill the gap and then start to move back up. There is another important point is that as the prices goes away from the nearby resistance or support, that makes that level weak. Now what do I mean by that? I mean to say that as more and more the prices will spend time and they will consolidate and move away from the nearby resistance, the price resistance or the support, that will make that resistance or support weaker, which means that the impact that it could have if prices either moved above or below will going to lose its value. So with that, let me just show you one interesting thing that I have seen on the 2-minute chart, and I think for those who are very much kind of interested in the scalping trades, and they often take the intraday or scalp trades, so for them, based on the price action, this is the first thing that I have noticed today. Let me just move the chart here. So if you see, I have written something here. This is BBF, which is a short form of that's a breakout bar failure. Now, why do I call it a breakout bar failure? Because this is a breakout bar which has cleared this nearby resistance. But this entire bar has, got failed when prices did not follow through and they came back down. Now, ideally, when you have a wide range bar like this, where it opens at its low and closes at its high, ideally prices should give a follow through, meaning prices should move to the upside. But that did not happen, and in fact prices came back down, which means that this wide range bar has completely lost its value. And then what we have this wide range bar to the downside, which has broken down below all these nearby support, making it a very strong case for going short or buying puts. So this was first of the sessions, or the first of the the price movement, which suggested that prices will definitely gonna go down. So we should be prepared. Now you cannot take trade at this point in time, because if you go short below this bar, you have to keep a very wide stop loss, which could be either here or here. Now let me just measure it for you. Let's say you have gone short below this bar here. So if you keep your stop loss here, it will be a 29-30 points of stop loss. If you keep it at the highest level above this highest point, it will be 37-38 points of a stop loss. That doesn't make any sense. So which means that we should wait for another strong pattern which will give us an appropriate location to put the stop loss. And this is the next location here. Now why this is the next location? Because if you see, prices were trying to stabilize, and these failure candles are the examples of that. Prices moved to the downside, then they were trying to stabilize, then this candle didn't do much for the sellers, and then we have a very strong green bar here that suggested that now the prices will go up. Many novice traders might have taken the trade, and then immediately we have the selling bar, which came almost at the low of this green bar. I call this pattern as a bear sandwich pattern, which means that we have two red candles either side, and we have meet in the middle, which is a green candle. This pattern suggests that prices will definitely go to the downside. Now why this suggests that, or how do I know that prices will move to the downside? That's mainly because we just need to see what preceded to this pattern. So we already have a falling momentum to the downside. That gives me a bias that any failure pattern or any bearish pattern will be a continuation in nature, and it will push the prices to the downside, and this is what has happened. Now if you have taken below this bar here, you could have maximum of 13-15 points of stop loss, not even the 15-point stop loss, and you can definitely trail it down as based on your risk appetite, your knowledge. For me, I would definitely have trail it down till this bar, until this bar has taken out the highs. And you could also trail it based on the pivots that it will create. So after taking the trade, this is the first pivot here, right? So you can just shift your stop loss from this high to this high, and then you can again trail it, right? So this way you can trail it. And this was one thing that I wanted to show you on the bearish side. Now another very important or very interesting thing that I have noticed on the 2-minute chart was this pattern here. Now if you can see, prices have moved down very sharply, then they again moved down, completing the pattern. Now we have something here which is going on very interesting. This, just think for a while how this bar was look like when it was at its low. It was a complete red giant big bar, right? Now if this bar has closed at its low, what did it suggest to a normal trader like you and me? It would have definitely suggested that prices will again start their journey to the downside, but that did not happen. No, the body of the entire range is almost 50%. So which means that the buyers have started coming in and they have pushed the prices to the downside. Now this low here is also a retest of this prior low. Now when you have a low and then you have a retest of that low, and if that retest is even taken down the low of the previous low, that suggests that it has a trapping bar which could have trapped many sellers. But then immediately we have a very green bar. Now you may say that all this has already been happened, so I can very easily point out these things on the chart, and I can very easily say that okay, no, this is what has happened, this is what has happened. Is it any way that we can just find it out on the real time basis? So of course there are things which you can relate. Now of course I do not know that even after this retest failure and this green bar, prices will go and they will start to move to the upside. I have no idea about that, but I can make an assumption, and the logic that I can use to make this assumption is a multiple time frame analysis. Now let me just take you back to this multiple setup. Now if you can see, this is the time on the 16-minute when prices have pulled back to its minor support area. Let me just enlarge the chart for you. So this was a prior support area. This was the highest high, which after this candle has broken up, made this high as a minor support. So when prices came back down, this is now acting as a minor support area. Now trust me, when you have such a momentum where prices have little bit have gone above the far above its moving average and making it an extended move, then when they will come back down, they will definitely take a test and rest for a while on the minor support area. Now this is something that has given me a clue that if you just check, this is just around 115, and this candle has also formed around 115. So I could relate that if what is happening on the the higher time frame will definitely gonna have its impact on the 2-minute time frame. So when I see that prices are retesting, we have a failure bar which have trapped people, and then we have a 180 reversal, it will definitely gonna have its impact. So I did not take the trade just here. No, because I know that we have a nearby resistance here area here. So I waited for the let me just wait for a right setup here. Prices moved up. Now if you can see this bar here, now this is again a failure bar. Now if you can if you are watching my videos from few days or from past some time, you must know that I talk a lot about the failure bars. Why do I talk about failure bars? Because they they are the strongest bar in a sense that which trap people and then they move in the opposite direction. That's why they are my favorite bars. So this bar has taken out the low of all this consolidation, and then prices have moved up. Excuse me. I'm sorry, when you keep talking, it makes your throat dry. So this failure bar here is one of the bar that given me the confidence to take the long trade or buy the call. Why? Because it has cleared the resistance. Now I do not have any strong resistance left, and this bar has trapped the traders to the downside. And then as you can see, we have continuation move to the upside. Now this this candle here or this price pattern will definitely shaken me up that my trade might not work. But when you take the trade here just above this candle, I set my stop loss below it, right? So when you immediately see that you have just taken the trade and prices are coming back down, you have to hold on your conviction, and because this is trading, nothing is 100%, and see what has happened. Prices kept continuing move to the upside. So that's about it. I think we have spoken a little bit longer today on Nifty. So in my opinion, VIX has cooled off. It has now come down even below the 17, and it is around 16. So prices might just open somewhere here, or maybe they just fill the gap on 15-minute and then they start to move up. But my bias is still on the upside because we have a rising 20 MA on 16-minute, and we have all the moving averages. Prices are above all the moving averages on 60-minute. That makes a stronger case for the bull side. Now let me just quickly see what is happening on the Bank Nifty. So again, we are at the high. So Bank Nifty is even moving faster than the Nifty. Nifty is still at just reached the resistance, but on Bank Nifty we are exactly at the resistance level. So we might see some bit of reaction on the 60-minute. It suggests that prices might, they are consolidating above here. We are immediately just change it a little bit. So we are on the minor support area, and if let's say prices even dip down below tomorrow, they might catch up with the 20 MA, and we might see prices moving to the upside. Now right now we cannot predict 100% what is going to happen tomorrow, because we have to see what has happened, where the US markets is going to close and where the SGX Nifty will be tomorrow. So based on that, we could have made more stronger case for tomorrow's session, for the day after tomorrow's session. But all in all, what has happened today, it is a selling day, and the reason for selling looks like of this prior resistance we have just seen in the Nifty. The same case is there, that this prior high is creating the selling which we have seen today. So I think there is nothing to worry that prices are going to dip very fastly. I don't think that a selling is going to take over at this point in time. Let me just quickly show you what is happening on the Nifty futures. So prices came down. We have a spike in the volume, but the interesting part here is that the open interest is falling. Now when you have prices strongly moving in one direction, but at the same time the prices are, the open interest is also going down, it's reducing. That means the strength in this selling is not there, because if the strength is there in this selling, why would the open interest is dipping below? So that makes our assumption for the long side even more stronger. So just keep that in mind. Now if you're someone who trades very often in Bank Nifty, don't get angry on me that I have not talked much about the Bank Nifty chart. So let me just give you few points here. So as I said, on 15-minute prices are just above the Bank Nifty chart, and let's say if they just dip down, we have this nearest support at 40,000 level. But I don't think, unless we have a big gap down tomorrow, day after tomorrow, because tomorrow is holiday, and let's say if today US markets open in green but they don't close in green tomorrow, that might again create an impact for our markets day after tomorrow. And especially when the market will open day after tomorrow, we will have the expiry day. So it's a Thursday when market is going to open next. So a lot of things is gonna happen when our markets will open on Thursday. So we cannot make a very exact prediction. In fact, we can never make an exact prediction for the markets. But as of now, to me, it looks like that don't fall in trap on the short side. See, even if we have seen a selling day today, you can always take the benefit of the selling or what is happening right now in the market for intraday, for scalping, but for the holding purpose. Let's say if you are someone who take the swing trades, do not get fall into the trap of this selling, because it doesn't look like a selling which would have a very strong strength according to me. So that's about it in today's analysis. Hope you have enjoyed. Please give it a thumbs up. Please like the session. Keep enjoying with your friends and family. The festive season is still there. Diwali is not yet over. We are definitely going to enjoy it for next 2-3 days. So stay safe, stay healthy, and any feedback for me, please comment it on the comment box below. I will definitely answer it. I will definitely try to imbibe it, inculcate it in my coming video sessions. So on that note, let's just wrap up the session and catch you soon.